Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our next 10 days readings. And we're on the earth signs. This reading is going to be for Taurus in particular. So let's see what's going on for Taurus in the next 7 to 10 days. You can watch this if you have your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus sign as Taurus. Or if you're dealing with a Taurus, but always remember these are general, so take what resonates as it resonates with their situation. Don't force anything to fit. For private readings, the information is in the description box below, and thank you in advance for liking, sharing, for commenting, subscribing. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, let's see what's going on for Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs in the next 7 to 10 days. Taurus. Okay. High Priestess. 8 of Wands. Okay, so someone's not talking. Magician. The Tower in the Foundation. Page of Cups in the past. 3 of Swords in the near future. Okay, I'm seeing like a one-sided situation here. 5 of Swords in how you see yourself, the Star in your environment, the Ace of Pentacles in your hopes and fears, and the Knight of Swords in the outcome. Bottom of the deck we have the 7 of Swords. I can see why you're not talking. So this is a situation, Taurus. I'm going to read as I see the energies in the cards, but if the roles are reversed in your particular story but you still see the energy playing out, then again, take it as it resonates. That's what that means, right? Okay, what I'm seeing though, someone got caught. 7 of Swords with the Tower is someone got caught. Someone got caught, or it's not, no, this isn't confession energy. Someone got caught, or someone got told on, someone got reported. Okay, you had no idea what this person was doing. You may be dealing with an ear sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be the case. But someone was doing something they weren't supposed to be doing, and it got out with the Tower. Something happened, it got revealed. Okay, I'm seeing they may have tried to talk to you with the Page of Cups, explain themselves, apologize, but they're still not truthful. They're still playing games. They're still very careful with your words. You know, the technically type of conversation. Well, technically I didn't say that. Technically I didn't do that. That's what I'm seeing with 7 of Swords and the Page of Cups. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm really, really sorry. But technically, you know, that's not a big deal. You know, so on the one hand, they're like, I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean to break your heart. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to do this. But on the other hand, they're starting, you know, to justify themselves. Or they're very careful with their words in terms of I'm seeing someone thinking paying very close attention to you as in to say, okay, what are they accusing me of, so I know what to apologize for, and I don't say anything extra, because they're doing a lot of stuff that's shady. They're doing a lot of stuff that you don't know about. Okay, so one thing gets found out, so they're very careful to figure out what you know of what they did, so they don't accidentally tell you about the other stuff that's shady that they're doing that you don't know about. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, this person gives me a headache. And I'm not necessarily just getting like couples energy here. I'm also getting a child with a parent dynamic. I'm getting something at work happening, or even someone like a sibling or a friend. Okay. 7 of Swords with the Magician in a reading is definitely someone who's very manipulative, very careful with their words, very careful with what they say, how they say it, how far they go with what they're saying, you know. Again, that kind of a technically it wasn't that, technically it wasn't this type of conversation. Okay, and they're trying to talk to you, but you know exactly what they're going to say. You see through their tactics, basically. So currently you're not talking to them. You're not talking to them, you're not seeing them, you're not allowing them to come see you. The challenge is no communication. They might be bombarding you with messages or calls or emails, okay, or just knocking on your door, okay, relentlessly, or all of the above, with this 8 of Wands, okay. But you're just like, you know what, I see the truth for what it is. And with the High Priestess, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, Taurus, You might not have known the details, but you knew something was going on. You know what I mean? And it's almost like you were waiting. Either you were waiting for the right time for you to expose this person, or you knew it was coming. It's like, I can't really put my finger on it. I know they're doing something not right, but until I know more, I can't really take action, you know? Or if it's something at work, it's like, I've heard rumors and I've heard stories, but I can't act. I can't take someone to HR. I can't report someone until I have the proof. And then the proof comes in with the tower, big, bold, everyone can see it. And then, you know, you can initiate, put together a plan. This could also be a situation where something was revealed to you, something was exposed to you, and now you have to put together like a plan or a presentation or a file to report someone. And they're trying to do everything in their power to convince you, in a nice way so far, right? With words now, they're trying to, the good cop approach, not to report him. You know, someone shows up at work drunk, and you're like, dude, or dudette, you know, take it as it makes sense to you, if it does. And you're like, listen, it's definitely not the first time, right? So you're like, listen, you do this again, you're going to give me no choice. They do it again, and then you're like, listen, I told you what it is. And then you stop talking to them because you're putting together a case, or you're going to HR and they tell you, okay, you need to not talk to him for a while we investigate and stuff like that. And they're like, before you get to HR, they're just trying to kiss your behind. They're trying to appease you. They're trying to, do you know what I mean? So you don't go knocking on that door. So you don't send that email. So you don't make that phone call to tell on them, to report them, okay? In the near future here, we do have the Three of Swords. This is someone that you care about. So it breaks your heart to have to do this, but it's a situation, I feel, where it's a pattern with this person. And you're fully aware with the High Priestess, you're very knowledgeable and you're very wise, and you're fully aware that the only way to get through to this person is to let them hit rock bottom and to just let them have to face the consequences of their lies and their deceit and their manipulative behavior. So in the near future with the Three of Swords, I'm seeing this as just being closed off, okay? Being closed off. It breaks your heart to ignore this person. It breaks your heart to not be in contact with this person. It breaks your heart to give them the tough love treatment. But for the near future, that's what I'm seeing you doing. In Highest Yourself, we have the Five of Swords. So it's like, listen, it's gone too far. And with the Five of Swords, something's got to change, okay? It's number 5. And you're fully aware of the fact that this person is never going to change until they're left to deal with the consequences, to take them full on, right? To feel the feels, to get to that rock bottom point where we start to question ourselves for finally, you know? Because up until that point, this is someone who constantly has an excuse, constantly has a reason, constantly has a justification why they do the things they do. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was wrong, but I had no choice. Really? You know? But they're telling themselves some things, and then they tell other people. And if other people believe them, awesome, happy days. That, you know, cool. I don't have to look at myself. I don't have to look at the true reason why I did what I did. You know? It's that kind of situation, and you understand that. So with the Five of Swords, you're like, listen, I'm not happy to have to be the bad guy here, because in their story, you're the bad guy. But listen, we're all the bad guy in someone else's story, okay? So don't worry about it. Because you genuinely care about this person. That's why I say this. You genuinely care about this person. Not everyone can do tough love. It's so much easier to enable, isn't it? It's so much easier to turn a blind eye. It's so much easier to just take whatever excuse they're giving you and be complacent. But you genuinely want to see this person do better for themselves, because you know what's coming down the road if they don't, right? So you're trying to protect them by giving them this tough love. In your environment, we have the Star. And the Star is healing. It's also clarity. It's also truth. It's also illumination. So by you doing this, for some of you, it does make this person question themselves. And for some of you, what I'm seeing here is they're telling you that they had a long, hard look at themselves in the mirror, and they started therapy, for example. They decided to make healthier choices. For others of you, I'll clarify what the Star is. because it could be where you are seeking advice, you're seeking clarity, you're trying to understand more of why people do this type of thing, so you can learn more about what else you can do to help this person, okay, from afar, because the star is distance, from afar. So in your hopes and fears, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So you're hoping to have an union with this person. You're hoping they learn something from this. You're hoping that the dynamic, the relationship, the whatever this is, can be salvageable and turned around in a healthy way, in a healthy direction. In the outcome, we have the Knight of Swords, and I'll clarify this because for some of you, this is where, you know, I told you they're currently trying the good cop approach. This is the bad cop approach, the Knight of Swords. It's like, if you're still not picking up, if you're still not listening to them, if you're still not giving in to them, if you're still not believing the BS that they're trying to sell you, they get annoyed, they get angry, and they get belligerent, and they get threatening, and they get turn it around so it's your fault, so accusatory. So I'll clarify what that is. But if that's what they decide to do, it's got nothing to do with you, Taurus, let me tell you. And you know this, I'm not to tell you this, but it's got nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. And if this is as far as you can take them, what they do from this point on is up to them. So if that's how they choose to react and behave, then I feel like you have peace in your heart with the Star card that it's okay to cut them off for the time being. Maybe not forever. For some of you, it is forever. So what's this Three of Swords in the near future here? The Moon, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, listen, this is someone who's going to be begging, literally, okay? The Moon with the Ace of Cups, this is like emotional. They're going to drown you in emotion if you let them, okay? That Queen of Pentacles is you, Taurus, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. But this is someone who is literally going overboard, sentimental, emotional, begging, crying, so that you don't report them, so that you don't cut them out, so that you don't take away your love or take away your financial support for some of you, or whatever support you're giving them. That's what's coming in. And with the Three of Swords, that's why it kills you, you know, because they seem to mean it. Ace of Cups and the Moon, they seem to mean it, but I think if you were to give in now, they don't have to get to rock bottom. Do you know what I mean? This is the initial reaction they're having. This is the they do feel the feels, and they do feel the guilt, and they do feel bad. I'm not saying they're not, but they need to do something about it. Do you know what I mean? They need to use that and to take some action, because if not, they're just having remorse here. They're feeling guilt, they have remorse. But if you say, okay, I accept your apology, and then things go back to normal, they have no reason to stay there until they can't stand it themselves and they feel like they have to turn things around for themselves. Does that make sense? What's the star in the environment here for Taurus? So we have the Five of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords. Yeah, in the environment here with the star, I feel like for some of you, they're coming at you, okay? It's starting to get tense. The Five of Wands, this is like a little comment here and there. You're starting to feel pressure to talk to them, pressure to, they're telling other people that you're ruthless. They're telling other people that you're unfair. So with the star and the Six of Swords, I feel like that's you putting some distance between you and this person, or between you and this situation, okay? So they're slowly going from sweet, gentle, trying to appease you, to trying to force your hand by telling other people, but they're telling other people their side of the story. They're telling other people what they want other people to believe, so that you're the bad guy, so that someone sides with them. Do you know what I mean? And that would pressure you into accepting their apology. And what's more, you apologizing to them, right? Oh man, what's that Knight of Swords in the outcome for Taurus? Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna walk away. They're going to Two of Wands with Seven of Swords. So whatever the situation is, this relationship or this dynamic, it's at a crossroad now, and it's one of them where it's now or never. It's one of them where it's the last straw. Okay, so what you do next defines if the cycle repeats itself or if you just completely break away from this. Okay, I feel like you are in a situation where you've tried everything to get through to this person and it's just not happening. They're not changing. Okay, and we can't make anyone change, right? But you're trying to make them aware of what they're doing, and you're trying to make them see that it's only hurting themselves and the people around them, right? It's not like you're trying to make them change because you want to. It's, you know what I mean? You understand. But it's one of these where you personally, it's about you right now. They're doing the same old. It's about you right now with the Star and the Two of Wands, where it's time for you to you can't help this person. Okay, you can't, and you have come to that point where if you keep trying, they will take you down with them. If you keep trying, they will take you down with them. If this is someone who's doing illegal things, you'll end up in jail right next to them for trying to help them. They'll take you down with them. Okay, and that's an extreme example, but you understand what I mean. So I feel like with this Knight of Swords, they're coming at you, trying to guilt you, trying to pressure you, trying to trigger you, push your buttons, right? So if the nice, gentle approach isn't working, and then pressuring you through other people isn't working, they're just going to come straight at you, accusing you, projecting it on you, turning it on you, making it like it's your fault somehow that they're doing what they're doing. Okay, but the Seven of Wands is here. You have very strong boundaries when it comes to this person. Why? Because to you, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, you see through the BS. It no longer impacts you. It no longer has an effect on you. It no longer pulls at your heartstrings. You're not even angry anymore when it comes to this person. That's that Three of Swords, right? You're not even angry. You're just severely disappointed in the whole thing. Not, in this person, because that would mean you still have expectations of them. You don't. You're like, it is what it is. I've given you one last chance, And that's why I feel like you don't even want to have a conversation, because it's like, what else am I going to tell you? I've told you everything. You know what I'm thinking, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say, because I've done it so many times before. So to you, it's just like you're just releasing it, and then you're putting up a boundary, you're locking that door, and then you just need to kind of wait it out until they stop knocking, okay? But your focus is elsewhere. You're done with the situation. You understand you cannot help this person. You understand you cannot. There's nothing you can do for them, okay? And again, you're at that point that if you keep trying, they will take you down with you, with them, okay? However that makes sense. If it's a case of if you keep trying, you'll go bankrupt because they'll suck you dry, or if you keep trying, you'll get yourself sick because you will be carrying the stress and the burden that they should be carrying. You know what I mean? So for you, you're putting up very, very strong boundaries, or you're blocking this person, and you're turning around and you're going in the other way, the other direction. Two of Wands, Eight of Cups. Okay. And it's difficult and it's painful that it had to come to this, but I'm not seeing the devil here. I'm not seeing the Ten of Swords. I feel like you've gone through that already, where you felt like you had to be there for this person. You felt like you owed them something. You felt like you couldn't just turn your back on them. You've gone through that. You've gone through that, and you're at this point where it's like, I got nothing. And I'm not gonna hurt myself anymore to try to help you, and that's not even working. It's not sticking. You know what I mean? No one's benefiting in this situation, least of all me. So you just release, detach. Eight of Cups, that's the energy. The Eight of Cups is like when we leave something behind that we once loved, that we once invested in and built, but it's gone as far as it can possibly go. It does not give us anything anymore. It's stale, okay? It's done. We've outgrown it. We've outlived it. It's done. Okay? So you hold the power, Taurus. You hold the power. That's not to say it's any less painful or any less disappointing, but you're at ease and you're at peace with the decisions that you have to make and the actions that you have to take. And I like that, okay? All right, Taurus, so that is what I have for you. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with the reading, how you resonate with the reading, if you feel comfortable sharing. But if you are dealing with these types of energies, I really, really hope the reading helps you. I hope it gives you what you need, okay? If it's confirmation that you're doing the right thing, if it's confirmation that you're seeing things the right way, if it's confirmation that you're genuinely trying to help this person but you cannot, okay? Whatever it is, okay, or advice on how to look at things, I hope that the reading helps you, okay? So I'm going to leave this there. Watch all your other placements for additional messages. Take care of yourself, look after yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.